Yo, what's good, young lads? My name's Young Troga. And, yeah, I bet you weren't expecting me. Yeah, I'm back. Anyways, um, it's probably just like a one-time thing. But, I'm, uh, I'm gonna give you my opinion on COD Zombies Wonder Weapons. This is a very, very dicey subject. You know what I mean? Right? We got everything from like Black Ops or World at War all the way to fucking let's see, does it have Cold War? It might just be up to Black Ops 4. Yeah, all the way up to Black Ops 4. So, with that being said though, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Starting with the Sliquifier. I think you know what? No, for my number one wonder weapon. That's only for number one. But I think that Slickfire is a fantastic wonder weapon. Sucks that it was put on Die Rise because Die Rise would go in this tier, right? And if you aren't paying attention, this tier is absolute fucking garbage. Now then, that out of the way, the Blundergat. So the Blundergat is a very interesting thing. So the Blundergat, on one hand, is a great wonder weapon. It's really fun to use when you use it. But if you're talking about actual combat effectiveness, it's meh. So I'm going to put it in pretty good tier. And I'm hoping to goodness that that doesn't include the Acid Gat. Because if it does, it's going to be moved. Anyways, next up we have the Paralyzer. So I know this might be a controversial opinion, but I do like controversy. It's the best wonder weapon of all time. Hear me out. Now, you take this absolute fucking garbage jet gun and imagine making it good, right? And then putting it on the best map of all time and then not releasing it on any other map. Making it an exclusive. Making the best map of all time even better. Right? Like, how do you not like the Paralyzer? Like, it's just a solid weapon. You know what I mean? Anyways, next we have the Ray Gun Mark II. I don't think it's very hard to say that it's a great wonder weapon. I think it's like, when you think wonder weapons, you think the Ray Gun Mark 1, but when you think good wonder weapons, you might think of the Ray Gun Mark 2. Anyways, next up, we're not lumping those in together. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. Anyways, next up we have the Apothecon Servant. It's a great wonder weapon, right? Nowhere near as good as the Paralyzer, you know, because it has limited ammo. Like, imagine having limited ammo, man. I just get more ammo. You might be saying, well, guess what? The Apothecon Servant isn't a fucking wall buy, so we can't. Not even with Secret Shopper. Shit's tragic. You know what I mean? But the Paralyzer has infinite ammo and can fucking fly. Meaning, it's better in every way. Except for pure raw damage. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, the KT4. From what I've used, it's a pretty good weapon. It's kind of like a weird Wonderwaff. Right? It's like, it shoots out these spores that get on a zombie and then the zombie blows up. It's weird. It's weird. Anyways, next up we have, I think those are the dual ray guns from Garad Crovey. I think that's the Mark III. And I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's better than the No, I'm kidding. I think it's a great wonder weapon. It's fun to use. I think it's better than Blundergat. I'm not seeing an Acid Gat though, so the two Gats outbeat it for now, right? But I think it's really good. I think that making black holes is fun, especially when you have more ammo to do it. So like, Step up your fucking game, Apothecon Servant. No, I'm kidding. Next up we have the fucking scorpion thing from 9. I think it's like the Hand of Apollo. I have not used this thing, right? So I am not going to rank it for right now. Please do not kill me. Anyways, next up we have the original ray gun. We all know it's trash. Even, like, anyone who's played Zombies for more than one map knows it's trash. Like, come on, man. Like, it's the ray gun. The last time it was good was in Cold War. And the last time it was good before that was Black Ops 1. Actually, no. No, it wasn't even good in there. It was overshadowed by the Thunder Gun, which we'll get to. Oh, I just thought of something. The Tundra Gun also is mixed in with the Thunder Gun, so it might bring it down a little. Anyways, next up we have the Kraken. It's absolute fucking garbage. I dislike the Kraken because it sucks. It's outperformed by the Helion Salvo, which, to be fair, most weapons in Black Ops 4 are outperformed by the Helion Salvo, right? Like, the Helion Salvo is just better, you know? Like, why use the Kraken? Why go to all the trouble of trying to get the rare Kraken when you have the Helion Salvo? Like, come on, man. Anyways, next up, we have one of my favorite wonder weapons to use, the Alistair's Folly, the Chaos Theory, and the third one that I always forget. I think it's a great wonder weapon. Do I think it's as good as the Slickfire? Better. Do I think it's as good as the Apothecon? No. Do I think it's as good as the Paralyzer? Absolutely fucking not. Anyways, next we have the Hands of the Gods from Ancient Evil. I have not played Ancient Evil, so I cannot say. Anyways, the ray guns from Alpha Omega. They're pretty good. I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, like, they're better versions of the ray gun Mark II, but they are not the ray gun Mark II. They don't feel like the ray gun Mark II. They don't have as much impact as the ray gun Mark II. So I can't bring myself to put it higher. Anyways, next up we have the Wunderwaffe. If we're talking basic Wunderwaffe, it would have been the best. But then there's the scoped one. And if you've played Black Ops 4, then you know why I have to give this thing only a great tier, not the best tier, man. Like, come on, Treyarch, what the fuck were you doing? Like, I love Tag, but why? Why would you massacre my boy like that, you know? Anyways, the Thunder Gun. If we're talking purely Thunder Gun, it would be great. But we also have to take into account the Tundra Gun. It's still great, but I do not think that it is as good as the Mark III. Anyways, another for the absolute fucking garbage tier, the Winter's Howl. It was good on Roblox. That's the highest praise I can give it. Anyways, the VR11, I think it's trash. I'd rather use the VR11 over the Winter's Howl, the Kraken, and the jet gun, but that's about it. Anyways, the Scavenger, I think it's pretty good. I mean, in terms of damage, it sucks, but it's just so cool. It's so fun to use, too. Like, come on, Treyarch. Why'd you make it so weak? Anyways, the Baby Gun. It's fucking fantastic. It feels great to use. I'm putting it above the Apothecon. I'm sorry. I just... The burst of ranch dressing that comes out of a bottle whenever the Baby Gun is around it is just immaculate. Like the Baby Gun is just highest tier. But I'm gonna say it's the best great gun. I don't think it's as fun to use as the Paralyzer, but I do think it's really good. It's fucking number 2. Anyways, the Zap Guns. So the Zap Guns are better than the Mark IIIs, better than the Mark IIs, better than the Wunderwaffe. better than the Folly, but I don't think it's as good as the Apothicon. Anyways, next up we have the bows. The Thunder Bow. I really like using the Thunder Bow. I'm gonna put it in great tier. This one, the Wolf Bow. I really like using it. I'm gonna put it in great tier. Right. The Fire Bow. I didn't like this one. The Demon one. I didn't like this one. I mean, they're all the bows. Like every single bow is good, but there are just some that outperform. Anyways, on to our last 4 of the day, and then I'm either going to do another tier list or I'm going to end the stream. We have the 4 staves from Origins. I believe that's the Fire Staff. Meh. Blech. No. No. I can't, man. I just fucking can't, man. Anyways, the Lightning Staff. It was pretty good. Ice Staff was trash. I don't like using it. And the Wind Staff is great. It's really fucking great. I think it's really fucking great, man. It's fantastic. Anyways. But with that being said, here's my tier list. At the top, the best wonder weapon of all time, the Paralyzer, followed by the Baby Gun, the Apothicon Servant, the Zap Guns, the Alistair Folly in all of its variants, the Wonder Waff in all of its variants, the Wind Staff, the Wolf Bow, the Swickle the Thunder Bow, the Ray Gun Mark II, the Gats from Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead. Oh, I forgot about Blood of the Dead, huh? Anyways, the Mark IIIs and the Thunder Gun. A pretty good tier. We have the Scavenger, followed by the Thunder Staff, followed by the KT4s, followed by the Ray Gun Mark IIs from Alpha Omega, followed by the Demon Staff, followed by the Fire Staff from Horizon Track. In Meta tier, we only have one weapon, and that is the Fire Staff. And in Trash tier, we have the Ray Gun Mark I, the VR-11, and the Ice Staff. Let me just really quick adjust that. So it's the Ice Staff followed by the Ray Gun Mark I and the VR-11. And an absolute fucking garbage, we have the Winter's Howl followed by the Kraken, and our worst gun of all time, worst wonder weapon of all time, the Jet Gun. Anyways, with that being said, y'all want to find a new list, chat? Oh, yo, we got someone in the chat. Yo, what's good? What's good, homie? Just a random kid. Shit. What tier list I want to do? Like, that one's for the homies. Gotta save that for when there's more people to do stuff with. Wonder what tier list should I do? I don't know. What floats my boat? What tickles my fancy? What ruffles my jimmies? You know, I don't know, man. No. Ooh, I could theoretically do that. All right, Chad. Hold up. I gotta. Y'all get nothing for a bit. Sorry, mi amigos. I just gotta do some off-camera, just like thingies. Hold up. Bookmarks. Okay. Sorry. I'll take it to doing the thing. Cool. Got that. Cool. Take that away. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. that in there. Oh, cool, it does work. Perfect. Alright, in that case... Here we go, chat. Anyways, we're making the tier list. We're making the COD Zombie map tier list, because I am the mostest of professional, right? And I have the right opinion on every map that I've ever played. Ready, chat. This is gonna be the best ranking video you've ever seen, chat. Like, nothing can top this. Ready? Starting off with the worst map of all time, Ascension. I know what you're thinking, chat. This man's a monkey. And, trust me, I'm not, right? Like, listen, I might be stupid, but I'm not a monkey, you know, right? But Ascension sucks. I hate Ascension with a burning passion, and I don't know why, man. Every time I play Ascension, just gets me, it trifles on my jimmies. Not in the good way. Like, it makes me unreasonably upset whenever I play Ascension, right? Like my friend Young Blueberry or Darth Blueberry or Dylan, right? My friend Dylan always makes this joke like, "Hey, if I ever get a computer that can run COD Zombies, you and me are gonna play Ascension." I'm like, I will slap the shit out of you. I hate Ascension with every atom of my being. I would rather play the Archon, Terra Maledicta, and Durong Fong over Ascension. Right? That's saying a lot, because every Vanguard map, except for Shinonuma, sucks big donkey balls. Right? Now, chat, I know you might be thinking, isn't this guy a little overreacting here? And to that I say, nana and a boo boo to you. Yeah, no, I might be overreacting a little bit, but Ascension sucks, man. Like, just don't play Ascension. Don't buy Vanguard. Play Shinonuma on free trial. I'm like, that's what me and Gio did, or me and Gerald did for a while. God, it was so fun. Vanguard Shinonuma always has a soft spot in my heart, right? Anyways, next up we have Der Eisendrak. I think it's an awesome map. I haven't played enough of it to say whether or not it really makes it into God tier, or whether or not it should go lower. For now, I'm going to say it's an awesome map, because I really like the design, I really like Wonder Weapon, and I think the Easter egg is freaking awesome, right? Anyways, that out of the way, Nuketown. Meh, but a hard meh, right? It's teetering on trash tier, right? I do not like Nuketown for a multitude of reasons, chat. Like, just I don't think there was any wasted potential, but I also don't think that should have been made. I think it was a useless endeavor, and it probably would have been best used on trying to, not fuck up like they did with Die Rise. And we'll get... We'll get to Die Rise in a bit, right? But if they use the resources they spent on Nuketown on... not on Buried, because Buried is already perfect, right? But if we put it on Die Rise and maybe even Transit, I think those maps could have been way better, man. Like, come on, what was the point? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that? Come on, man. Anyways, that out of the way, Outbreak is awesome. I haven't played the Rise and Drag, so I can't say whether or not it's actually above it or not, but I fucking love playing Outbreak, man. Like, ayo, if any of my homies are watching the stream and y'all got Cold War, hit me up. Hit me up. You and me gonna play Outbreak, or during or after the stream, man. Like, just W's, boys. Like, zoo. I get to be a monkey in a zoo on zoo. Like, there's nothing cooler than living out my wildest dreams of being a monkey. I am a monkey, and I get to do it in video games too. I count that as a W. Also, I kind of like I like the battle royale, like the open world kind of map concept of Outbreak, and I think they executed it very well, right? Anyways, but it's an awesome map, man. Next up, Grad Grovey. Never mind. Anyways, next up, Moon. We're ranking all versions here. Moon from Black Ops 3 is awesome. Moon from Black Ops 1 is meh. So I think Moon is a great map, but I think it is... nah. I'm having a seizure trying to explain my feelings about Moon. I don't like Moon. I don't like Moon from Black Ops 1. I think it sucks, and I don't think it's worth playing. I think if you have Black Ops 3, play that Moon. It's far better. And I think if you have Black Ops 3 on PC, get the PhD flopper mod. That way you can play like an actual like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 3 Chronicles remake version of Moon would be like. I think Widow's Wine kind of was the bad choice, and I think they should have put in PhD in all of the Zombie Chronicles maps. Maybe if PhD was in Chronicles, I might put Ascension above the Archon, but since that didn't happen, and I don't want to play Ascension with mods, even with mods, like, I don't know, man. Anyways, next up, Die Rise. I think it's trash. Just fucking garbage. I think that it is the second worst map Jimmy Zielinski has ever made. I think Ascension is the worst map he ever made. I think Die Rise is the second worst map he ever made. And arguably Nuketown is the third worst. His best is buried, but we'll get to that. Right? Die Rise does so much wrong. And that sucks, because the concept is cool. Right? The Wonder Weapon is cool. But the execution upon those subjects and upon that feel, just like, it just doesn't do it for me, you know? Like, it just, I don't know, man. And then there's PhD, and it just not being there in Die Rise, you know, maybe instead of fucking putting on Origins in the Der Wonder Fizz, you should have put it in Die Rise, you know, that, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a good idea to me, you know. I might lead to people liking the map slightly more, you know, like, yeah, I think I'm very excited to see what not Noah J, but Mr. Tulexify and Zella do for Die Rise Remastered, which is coming to Black Ops 3 in the near couple years, right? I'm really excited to see what they do with it, and hopefully it becomes a better map entirely. But I do think in the Black Ops 2 current state of Die Rise, it is trash. Anyways, that being said, Nocturne Toten's decent. I think Black Ops 1 is the best version of Nocturne Toten. I think World at War is a good version, but I don't think that it stands up as well as the Black Ops 1 version, because the Black Ops 1 version keeps the themes and the aesthetic of World at War's version, but it adds it in a slightly better engine. But, with that being said, I do think that every version except for Black Ops 3 is worth revisiting to some degree. I think World at Wars was good, and I think revisiting it with a couple buddies is really fun. I think that can be said for a lot of the older maps. Like, and hell, even some of the new ones. Well, we'll get to you, D Machine. Um, but I think that Noct is decent. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's nearly on the level of meh. I think it is the most average map there is. Voyage of Despair's in meh tier. I don't like Voyage. I don't know. It doesn't tickle my fancy. As you just saw, the Wonder Weapon kind of sucks big donkey doo-doo, in my opinion. And I think that also the Titanic was not executed very well, and I think the bosses also suck. Like, not to self-promote here, but like I have pretty much every single map reviewed on my personal channel all the way up till Black Ops 4 and a little bit into Black Ops 4. I think the most recent one was Classified or Dead of the Night. That Dead of the Night sounds more accurate. But yeah, with that being said, Voyage of Despair, meh tier. I think the concept is cool, just like Die Rise, but I think the execution sucks. I do think it's better than Nuketown. Anyways, next map, Transit. Transit's a great map. I don't know what people are... Okay, I have a confession to make. For the longest time, I hated Transit's guts. But I've kind of come around to it. Like... So, I was shooting the shit with young Gerald, right? And we were talking and we were chilling, and it was like, yeah, no, Transit sucks, man. Like, why would you play Transit on anything but multiplayer? And he's like, Transit honestly isn't that bad. And I was like, no, what do you mean? What the fuck? And so I'm going into it expecting to have a not very fun time on Transit, recording the Transit video, and I have a fucking blast on solo. Like, the denizens honestly aren't that annoying, and I think honestly it's kind of funny. And same thing with Ted the bus dude. I think to some people he can be annoying, but if you're in the right mindset, it's very funny. It's fun to play with. I think I agree the pack-a-punch system sucks, and trying to find perks on this map is hell. But I do think it's a great map, and I think it's better than Black Ops 1 Moon, but not as good as Black Ops 3 Moon. But Moon as a whole is not as good as Transit, meaning Transit wins. Anyways, Firebase Z. So Firebase Z is an interesting thing, because I would rather play Firebase Z over Ascension, the Archon, Maledicta, Enfang, Dariz, Nuketown, Voyage, Not, maybe Moon, maybe Transit. I think Firebase Z is a great map, but I'm not sure where in great tier it is. I know does not clock in at awesome. I'm just gonna say that outright. I don't think it's nearly as good as Horizon Tracker Outbreak. So I'm gonna put it below Moon for right now, but my opinions may change. Anyways, Shadows of Evil, overrated as fuck in my opinion. Like, people be meat writing fucking Shadows of Evil, right? I just don't see it. I agree that it has a very nice atmosphere. I think the Wonder Weapon is awesome. I think the Apothicon Sword is cool. I think the Easter egg is cool, despite it being four players. I think the story is amazing. I think it is like the Black Ops 3 version of Mob of the Dead. And I don't think it is as good as Mob of the Dead, with that being said. So, I'm gonna put it in awesome, but I have and would want to play everything from Noct above more. but for what Shadows of Evil did for the community and for zombies as a whole, and for how iconic it is, I kinda have to, out of obligation, put it in awesome tier. Like, I, I think I'd rather play Noct. I think I'd rather play Firebase. I'd rather play Moon. I'd rather play Transit. I'd rather play DE and Outbreak. Right? Like, I'd rather play so many other maps over it. But for what it did and what it means to other people, I will put it in awesome tier. Shangri-La is decent. I'm gonna be real. Firebase C is better map. And I think Noct is not as good. So I'm going to put Shang at the top of decent tier. It has one of the favorite wonder weapons of all time. But it's extremely hard and can be extremely annoying in some areas. Like, literally all the traps. Right? Shangri-La, decent. Right? Call of the Dead. First God tier of the day. I fucking love Call of the Dead. And Call of the Dead Remastered was a very faithful remastering of it. And I think that the creators of Mob of the Dead, not Mob of the Dead, sorry, Call of the Dead Remastered should be very proud of themselves. And, sorry, stuttering over my words. Call of the Dead is amazing, right? Its God tier map has the coolest, honestly, one of the two coolest bosses of all time, that being George Romero, has one of the coolest wonder weapons of all time, Scavenger. It has PhD Flopper. It has a very cool Easter egg. You get to play as Danny Trejo. What more can you ask for in a Zombies map, right? If you're looking for more actual insight on why I think Call of the Dead is God tier, go watch my video on it. Anyways, Tag Your Toten. I haven't covered this one, so I'm going to keep my opinion short and brief, right? I think Tag is an awesome map. I think it's visually stunning. I think it's the best, one of the top two maps. It might be the best, it might not be the best. My opinions can change on a dime. I think it and Classified are tied for the best Black Ops 4 map, right? But I do think for sure Tag Your Toten is an awesome tier, but I don't think it's as good as Horizon Track. Because, it's fucking Horizon Track. Come on, man. Like, I might not have played Horizon Track very much, but it's Horizon Track. Come on. Like, what do you expect me to say, man? This is Horizon Track. Anyways, Alpha Omega. I think it's decent. I haven't covered this one. I think it's better than Nuketown, but I've played more Noct, and I want to play more Noct than Alpha Omega, so that's where my opinion stands. Kino der Toten. Now I'm just fucking with you. It's going in greats here. I think my opinions on Kino change between it being a low awesome and a high great. I think today I'm feeling high great tier because I think that Kino did so much and does so much and got people into so much. And I think that it was a great stepping stone for what it's worth. And I think that it has one of the coolest wonder weapons of all time, that being the Thunder Gun. And I think it was arguably the best first map of all time. I think it was better than Noct. It did more than Noct, other than the fact that Noct was, first map of all time. Other than that, it did more. I think that we'll get to D Machine in a minute, right? I think it was a better first map than Voyage of Despair. I think it was a better first map than Transit, respectfully. I think it was a better first map than Shadows. I think as a map itself, Shadows might be better, but when it comes to what it did as a first map, Kino was better. And I don't need that. The only one better than that is Zombies in Spaceland and D Machine. And we'll get to those. Speaking of getting to those, D Machine is awesome. Yeah, no, I haven't played Horizon Track enough to say my full-on opinions on Horizon Track, but I will say I have played a lot of bit of Doom. That's all, folks. Dime Shine. I don't think it's as fun to play as Outbreak, because Outbreak I can just shit talk my buddies on. D Machine you have to be a bit more focused and active. But I do think it's a really good map, and I think it's a fantastic starter map, and I think it gave people a lot of hope for Cold War, which arguably was delivered upon, right? So, Dime a Shine goes into awesome. Next up is 5. 5 is better than Kino, and you need to accept that. If you cannot accept the fact that 5 is better than Kino, then get your ass out of my chat. No, I'm kidding. But seriously though, I think 5 is better than Kino. I think Kino was the better starter map of the two, but I do think 5 is the better map of the two. It has, well, it does have the worst wonder weapon of all time, but it has one of the best boss zombies of all time, and one of the coolest locales and character roster of all time. Anyways, we're gonna go rapid fire here because I only have a little limited time before something bad happens. Dead of the Night, awesome tier. Below Shadows. Origins, God tier, above Call, right? Derice, great tier, above 5. Classified, awesome tier. I'm gonna say for now above Tag, right? Zombies in Spaceland, awesome tier, top of awesome tier, respectfully. Like, I think Zombies in Spaceland was fucking awesome. Buried, best map of all time. Trust me. It's just that good. It's fucking Buried. Come on, man. It's Buried. Shinonuma, right? Shinonuma. Yeah, no, that's fair. Decent tier below Shang. Blood, meh. Above Voyage. Rev, haven't played. Mob, God tier. Below Call, right? A hot take. Not as good as Call, right? Vrut, better than Shino, respectfully. 9, better than Transit, respectfully. Mauer, better than D Machine, respectfully. Forsaken, better than D Machine, respectfully. Actually, Mauer I'd put above Outbreak. Forsaken I'd put below. And Shinonuma from fucking Vanguard I would put below Derize and Drac. And in fact, we're moving Zombies in Spaceland up a tier. Anyways, with that being said, this is my tier list. Thank you so much.